The day my stepbrother walked into my room, everything changed. "Get your hands off her!" he shouted. In a quiet neighborhood in California, on West Willow Avenue, stood a duplex house with a beautiful garden. From the outside, it looked like any ordinary home. But inside, a storm was brewing. This was where step-siblings Martin and Lisa's fates collided, in a passionate yet forbidden love. But before we dive into this intense and unusual story, don't forget to subscribe and support the channel for more content like this. Now, let's get into the confession. Martin was 20, a young man with a storm raging behind his dark eyes. His long hair cascaded over his shoulders. His well-built physique bore the marks of countless hours at the gym. But beneath his striking exterior, Martin was reserved. He struggled with social anxiety. He preferred solitude over social interactions. There was only one person who could shake him to his core: Lisa. She was 18, the embodiment of a summer morning, her golden blonde hair, her radiant eyes. Her heart was filled with dreams. Yet her grades stood in the way of her college aspirations. To support her family, she worked as a waitress at a bar at night. She endured unwanted stares, crude remarks. Yet every night, Lisa would rise stronger than before. One night, Lisa came home with teary eyes. Martin was waiting at the door. "What happened?" he asked, concern etched on his face. Lisa, weary and distraught, began recounting the harassment she had faced at the bar that night. Martin's eyes flared with anger. A volcano erupted inside him at the thought of anyone hurting her, but that fury soon transformed into something else: desire. When Lisa rested her head against Martin's strong shoulder, his heart pounded violently. That moment was both agony and bliss. It felt wrong, like a mistake, yet to Martin, it was the realization of a dream he had been trapped in for years. That night, Martin couldn't sleep. Lisa's laughter, her voice, her tears. They played in his mind on repeat. His desire became unbearable, tossing, turning. Then suddenly, he found himself standing at Lisa's door. Without a sound, he slipped inside. Lisa looked startled at first. But when she saw the longing in Martin's eyes, she froze. They stared at each other, in silence. Then, Lisa slowly closed her eyes, surrendering to his touch, two hearts bound by a forbidden love. And in that moment, their fate was sealed. Wrong, but inevitable. After that night, the lines blurred. Every morning, Lisa would wake up questioning herself. The girl in the mirror? She was no longer the innocent dreamer she once was. Her eyes carried the traces of Martin's touch. But every morning she asked herself the same question: is this right? And every time, her heart silenced her mind. Inside Lisa, two voices clashed. One warned, "This is impossible, that he's practically your brother," while the other whispered, "But he's the one who loves you the most." When she was with Martin, the doubts faded. But when she was alone, her conscience tormented her. Martin's jealousy, his possessiveness. For Martin, Lisa wasn't just love. She was an obsession. He couldn't stand the thought of sharing her. He hated that she worked at the bar, but he was too afraid to tell her, knowing that she spent her nights under the gaze of strange men. It ignited a raging fire inside him. One night, Lisa was leaving work. Then she froze. Her ex-boyfriend Tyler was waiting at the door. Tyler, her high school fling, charming yet dangerous, a boy she had left behind. He grabbed her arm and whispered, "You haven't forgotten me, have you?" Lisa tried to pull away, but Tyler wouldn't let go. And then Martin appeared, his eyes burning with fury. "Get your hands off her!" he roared. Tyler smirked. "What's the matter, Martin? Jealous of your sister?" Crack! Martin's fist struck before Tyler could finish his sentence. Tyler collapsed to the ground. Lisa barely managed to stop Martin from doing more damage. And in that moment, fear gripped Lisa's heart. Was this love, destroying Martin? But at the same time, knowing that he would do anything to protect her, It ignited a fire within her. Their forbidden love became more dangerous with each passing day. Lisa could feel her mother's suspicious gaze lingering longer. The fight between Martin and Tyler, it had become neighborhood gossip. And Tyler, he wanted revenge. One night, he cornered Lisa at the bar. "If you don't tell everyone what's going on between you and Martin, I will." Lisa's heart pounded. Everything was at risk now. Martin grew even more obsessed with protecting Lisa. He refused to let anyone hurt her. But Lisa? She had started fearing the darkness within him. Was this love going to destroy them both? Or would they defy all odds and stay together? The end of a forbidden love? In the end, Lisa made her choice. The weight of their forbidden love had become unbearable. She let go of Martin. And Martin, devastated, accepted her decision. He left. For a university in New York, their separation left deep scars on both of them. For 3 years, Martin cut off all contact. He tried to rebuild his life. Lisa, on the other hand, she carried an emptiness within her every single day. But fate had a way of pulling them back together. After all this time, would their love reignite? Or was it too late? Share your comments with us. Help Lisa make the important decision of her life with your advice in the comments. If there are people among the viewers who have experienced such situations and have memories that they want to confess and that can guide other people, they can contact us. If you find this content useful and like it, subscribe to our channel. You can also turn on notifications so you don't miss other episodes. Until the next chapter, all the best. May life always bring you happiness, health, luck, and money.